Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the evening service of First United Spiritualist Church. I'm your host, Raphael, and I'm very glad to introduce you tonight to Mike Da Cunha, a friend of Rickie Avitan, who is doing the service tonight, and she graciously invited him to do the demonstration of mediumship with her. Mike's a friend of mine, is a regular at our mediumship circles and Tuesday healing services. He's done some work with Rickie, and so I'm excited to have him tonight. And then I probably don't need to introduce Rickie. She's very active at our church. She's a trance medium, trance healer, hypnotherapist, retired nurse, and she's just amazing. She is on a learning path, becoming a minister with the SNU and taking a lot of courses to further her craft. So we're always very happy to have her. And we're very happy to have you. It's been a beautiful day here in British Columbia, and I hope you had the same day wherever you're connecting from. And so we just recharge. So we're looking forward to the service tonight, and we'll start with a song and an opening prayer by Rickie, I suppose. All right, Rickie, kick us off with a song, please.
Thank you. Just a correction. It's a learning not to be a minister, but to do a platform accreditation scheme with the SNUI. Yeah, minister maybe one day. Thank you very much. So there we go. Let us close our eyes and reach out. The dear Father God, the great Spirit of all, the great Creator, that one that connects us, the one that connects us with light, with love, with compassion. We gather here today to be and imbued with your presence, the presence of love, the presence of giving, the presence of togetherness, the gift that you have given us, the gift of life, the gift of breath. We thank you, dear Father God, for everything that you have created for us. And may our souls awaken to your will, to your presence, to your love, so that each one of us will become that God within. May today be the eradication of all the challenges and all the difficult earthly conditions. May today be filled with healing, with love. Let us send healing thoughts to all those who need the healing and the love, to the planet, to Mother Earth, to the ocean, to the forest, to the animals, to the lonely people, to the homeless and the destitute. May God show the way to those who are leading the world, those who are leading the countries. And may we find a solution together to be one. As we invite our beloved spirits, our friends, our loved ones to join us today in this service. And we leave this service in your loving hands. Amen.
Amen. Thank you for this opening prayer, Rickie. So here at First United Spiritualist Church, we value the 7 principles of spiritualism. Number 1, the fatherhood of God, the brotherhood of man, the communion of spirit, and the ministry of angel. We believe in the continuous existence of the human soul, in personal responsibility, in compensation and retribution hereafter for all the good and evil deeds done on earth, and finally, that eternal progress is open to every human soul. We have embraced a quote by the spirit called Silver Birch, and it was channeled by Maurice Barbnell. You can check Maurice Barbnell on YouTube. It's an excellent medium. It says, our allegiance is not to a creed, not to a book, but to the great spirit of life and its eternal natural laws. So in this spirit, we have embraced many different paths at First United Spiritualist Church. I think this is what differentiates us. We are inclusive, not exclusive to spiritualism. We believe in the seven principles encompassing many, many different paths. So we have a very special service. I believe Spirit told Rickie that a theme will be finite meets infinite. So I'm very excited for that. And so without further ado, I'll hand it over to Rickie, and please send love and light to her. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Raphael. Yeah, a couple days ago when I was sitting in the power sitting, and I literally heard the word finite moves into infinite. And we are within the physical body, finite and limited and restricted. And when we expand, we move into infinite. So the reading I chose today is from Silver Birch Anthology. So every experience is part of a pattern of your life. He told another gathering of his circle. You try to judge eternity by temporal happenings. You see in matter apparent confusion, but you do not realize that a divine thread runs throughout all your lives. In the great universe, where harmony is the law, each one of you contributes to the plan. The events in your life, sometimes of bitterness and despair, of pain and misery, all play their part in preparing the soul gradually for the path that is being trodden upon. The darkness and the light, the shadow and the sunshine are all but reflection of one all. Without shadow, there could be no light, and without light, there could be no shadow. The difficulties of life are steps which enables the soul to rise. Difficulties, obstacles, handicaps, these are the trials of the soul. And when it conquers them all, it rises stronger, more purified, deepened in intensity, and more evolved. Do you think that the latent power of the soul, infinite in their possibilities of expression, could realize themselves without difficulty and pain, without shadow, without sorrow, without suffering and misery? Of course not. The joy and the laughter can only be enjoyed to the full when once you have drained the cup of sorrow to the dregs. For as low as you can fall in the scale of life, so correspondingly you can rise. The more you have tested the experience and experienced that which seems the shadow of earthly life, the more you will appreciate it. Because of it, the greater joys of sunshine. Your experiences are all part of your evolution. One day, freed from the tremors of the flesh, with eyes not clouded by matter, you will look back in retrospect and view the life you have lived on earth, and out of the jigsaw of all the events, you will see how every piece fits into its allotted place, how every experience was a lesson to quicken the soul and enable it to have a greater understanding of its possibilities. So as we come together today and we share our hearts and our spirits, and we share our thoughts and our love, and most of all, we share these historic times together, the times that are taking place throughout the globe. And we realize how we are so interconnected within this time in such a way that beyond words can never express. but within our hearts and our action, it is expressed. This interconnectedness, this togetherness, that truly we are connected together, that everything we go through within our own individual lives and within the world itself is affecting and influencing each and every one of us. Many people are moving through time of restrictions, isolation, and challenges. So we ought to know and recognize that the human love that we have for one another will transcend and uplift each other. The human kindness will transcend everything. It is the power that keeps each other going. Each one of us has the desire to awaken to this power within each one of us. Each one of us have this desire to awaken to the very spiritual purpose of life, to awaken to the love. Love, like life, is eternal. It touched each and every one of us in one way or another. So today, let us open our hearts, let us open our minds, let us open the limitless supply of love and compassion and understanding that each and every one of us needs. And this brings me to the first principle, the fatherhood of God. And that's where I pause. And also to the second principle, the brotherhood of man. And these principles remind us that each one of us is a wonderful creating force within. That each one of us is part of and has the ability to go beyond time and space. Each one of us has the freedom of expression through our hearts, through our very thoughts. And this knowing enables us to commune and strengthen each other through our thoughts, through our healings, through our prayer, and through our constant reminder that we are so interconnected, interwoven through this great power of the lattice of life. So we ought to look beyond our individuality and to see beyond the aspects of our life, to look, to see, to feel, to know the power that moves us, the power that sustains us, the power that connects and strengthens us together like a glue. And this is the power of the Spirit within. To look for answers to life as we are touched by this infinite knowledge that we are connected. And we are connected by that power called God. The power that leads us to unfold our own spiritual creative forces. And when we access this limitless power, we become aware of the infinite and we transcend. We transcend from the limited finite to the limitless infinite power. When we awaken to this power, to this expansion, we move from the space of limitation, from this space of finite into the limitless power that exists within each and every one of us. And that power within, the energy we meet, it is the energy. And so we meet God and we become one with God's force. When this power within us is awakened and we expand into the infinite. So when we are aware of this infinite power, we become aware and we are exposed to the limitless wisdom and knowledge that the spirit world infuses us with. And this limitless infinite power leads us to embrace the essence of who we truly are. We touch and we blend with eternity. We realize that we are more than a limited physical body. We realize that we are infinite, boundless, limitless, ageless. So it is within the spirit in each and every one of you that we are connected. And within this infinite power, this extraordinary inner strength that we draw upon to heal, to love, and sustain each other. That spirit of mankind that leads us to draw upon the power of creation, the power to overcome the challenges that are placed upon us. It is the power called love. It is universal, without any boundaries. It is not restricted or limited by anything. It is within. We know we are loved through this power. We're able to touch every single person within the world. So remember that within you, you have limitless light, limitless supply of light, limitless love and power to reach each other, to let each other know that we are supporting each other. And as we love, we grow. So let this time be the time that brings us together through strength of the universal infinite spirit and the power of life, the power of creation, where creator and creation become one. Today, let us renew the faith within the simplicity of love. When we move into time of prayer, when we move into time of expansion, we are able to unite the finite with the infinite source called God. And so let us all manifest the power of unity, of healing and life. It is one unification of all life, that whatever belief you hold, we all come from this great source of all life, the infinite source. As you expand that power within, you connect to that spirit within you. And that spirit is limitless, is infinite. It is the physical body and the perception that restrict us. And when we move through prayer, when we move through sitting in the silence, we move beyond this limitation and we become one with the great spirit. And that's where you can reach your highest potentials, because you are limitless. You came from the great Father who loves you, who will never fail you. But it's you that needs to see it. It's you that need to find that part of that diamond within you. No one else can find that for you. It is you that needs to find that beauty within, that expansion to become infinite. Contemplate, and I leave you with that. Thank you very much for listening.
Thank you, Rickie. You almost put me into prayer and meditation. Towards the end. I didn't want to leave. All right, so we'll do a few announcements before we move on to the demonstration of mediumship. We're very close to the end of the month, and like every last Saturday of the month, we have on Saturday, April 24th, we have the Crystal Light Psychic Fair via Zoom. I highly recommend. You can just email and then they'll reply and they'll ask you, what time do you want, which reader or healer do you want to be with, and that's how it works. On next Tuesday, we have a healing service at 7:30 p.m. with Alan Holmes and Development Circle with British medium Ellen Somerville. Next Sunday service in the morning, we have Reverend Cheryl Brewster. And the evening, we have Reverend Jimbo Walsh from Hawaii. Oh, nice. And yes, Rickie knows him. And probably some beautiful music because he's a very talented guitarist. And that's it for April. we have a Tuesday, the last Tuesday of April, healing service with Neville Kim Singh and Development Circle with Lynn Marie Holden. And Friday, April 30th, Greetings from Spirit with Rickie Avitan and Lynn Marie Holden. So that's the last of April, Greetings from Spirit. So again, you can book your evening with Rickie and Lynn Marie by just e-transferring, I think it's $15 Canadian. And that's it for announcement. I encourage you to donate if you can to support us, keeping the building open in good shape for when we reopen and we all rush to the building. And I think we'll keep the possibility of connecting online because I think it's important part of a lot of your lives now for those of you who can't make it in person. And so I'm very excited about that. We'll figure out a way to do that. And I think it benefit everybody. Rickie,
Yes.
up to you and Mike.
Thank you. So we will put a short song. We'll skip the meditation part today, and we'll put a short song. So Mike and I, Mike is a psychic medium by his own rights, who have spent time in Stansted, and he's a teacher. He taught in France, and he's teaching here, and he's a great, 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 great soul. So I'm just going to put a song for us. Let me be an instrument, St. Francis prayer, and as we getting ready to do the demonstration.
Make me a channel of your peace. Where there is hatred, let me bring your love. Where there is injury or pardon, Lord. And where there's doubt, true faith in you. Make me a channel of your peace. Where there's despair in life, let me bring hope. Where there is darkness, only light. And where there's sadness, ever joy. Oh, Master, grant that I may never seek so much to be consoled as to console, to be understood as to understand, to be loved as to love with all my soul. Make me a channel of your peace. It is in pardoning that we are pardoned, in giving of ourselves that we receive, and in dying that we're born to eternal life. Oh, Master, grant that I may never seek so much to be consoled as to console, to be understood as to understand, and to love as to love with all my soul. Make me a channel of your peace. It is
So Mike and I are going to work in tandem. So we're gonna go back and forth. So we'll see how it's gonna be, how it's gonna work. Don't cry, Mike. It's all good. Do you want to go first, Mike? Do you want to? You have anyone there?
I'll leave you go first.
Okay. All right. As I am listening to this song, I heard Mother Mary, literally Mother Mary, Madame, like in this French accent, Madame. And I'm thinking, is this for you, Raphael? Because it was a very French accent, and I know that this lady is very, very elegant.
That's scary.
Pia Maria, did you say something? Hang on, I haven't given evidence yet. Just one moment. So this lady, I know she's a very elegant lady, and I received the name Madame Mary, but it might be wrong with the name. And I know that she's an average height, but plumptuous, I would say, a plumptuous lady. And I want to go, I feel like I'm on a mother or an aunt, but I know I'm with a family. Would you understand that, Pia Marie?
I think it's my friend here.
I think
Okay, let her hear your voice.
I think it's my grandmother Marie.
Or I have a grandma Maria too.
Now, wait a minute. No. I know you three of you over there, but let us sort it out. So, what do you understand, Pia Marie friend?
Oh, my grandmother's name is Marie, and she's French, and she was very elegant.
Okay, wonderful. And for you, Pia Marie?
Mine was Maria, but she wasn't elegant at all. She was more of a farmer.
That's right. I don't feel. So as what is your friend name, please?
My Hetty.
And this is her mom,
Liddy.
Yeah, Helly. Okay. So I'm very much, our energy is drawn to you. So I'm going to be working with you. Okay. If that's okay with you. So that would be your mother.
That's her mother.
So this is a mother. Wonderful. Okay. So that's the two of you will work together. Mike, tune in. And so I know that this lady, now, would you understand that in her younger years, she would smoke a long cigarette?
Did she smoke a long cigarette?
Smoke.
Did she smoke a long cigarette?
In the younger years, would you understand that she would be a smoker? Just for fun. She wasn't a chain smoker, but she would have a smoke every once in a while.
Once in a while. Did she smoke a long cigarette?
I don't know. She doesn't remember.
She doesn't know. She doesn't
That's
remember.
okay. That's all right. But it wasn't like a smoker. She just would smoke it just to be part of the women, just to be, because it was as if it wasn't in their era for women to smoke. But so when they got together, she just would pick up a cigarette and smoke, and she loved it. She loved being part of the group. She absolutely loved being, but she had another part of her, and that other part of her that she loved to go to the kitchen, and she's showing me that she's baking, because I'm seeing this square bake. So I know, and I can smell the baking. I don't know what type of a cake is it, but it's a brownish on top. And I know that I'm in there, and I'm in the kitchen, and I'm chatting to my girlfriend and to the women. So she was a kind of a really advanced to her era, even though a grandmother, but she wasn't, do you know what I mean by advanced? Like she was like forward thinker, if I may say it that way. Would you understand that, please?
Yes.
Wonderful. Mike, would you step in?
Yes. The word you were looking for is stylish. She was a stylish person. She was in fashion at the moment. Her statement, even though she was reserved, but she also had this feminine posture of a lady, if you wish, in England. She had a straight up posture. She had long legs, beautiful. She took care of her personality, even though it wasn't permitted to be too much that, because she was like in a farm area, if you wish. She had people around, she had family. She couldn't display all of that, but between women, they could let out the joker, if you wish, and just enjoy life. She didn't do it with men. It was only with women. Would you understand that? She could be herself around women.
She's always herself. Yeah. She was always laughing and very happy.
And it was not permitted around men, so she would do it with women. That's where she brought the cigarettes, the nylons, the shoes, and the posture. She would love it. And she was a respected woman. Do you understand that?
Well, this is back in the day. So I
Yes.
don't know that time.
And as I'm looking at your grandmother right now, I see your face. You have a resemblance with her. It's like you,
Actually,
her,
mom looks exactly like her.
but younger,
Yeah,
younger. You resemble your grandmother
I
when
do.
you were younger. Yes, when you were younger, when she was younger, she resembled you. I can see the face. You have a posture, you have a stylish personality, you're tall, and it's like an elegance in you. It's a similarity. It's really present. You
Yeah.
cannot push it away. It's right there. She comes in with an attitude that she says, uh, "You left." Okay, you're forgetting a part of your personality. It's a message, but it's also how can it's also an evidence. You left a part of your personality down, and you're gaining back the momentum. She says happens into womanhood, like you forget yourself, and then you come back to yourself. It's like when a mother gives a child, she forgets a part of herself, and then she goes back to being the woman she is. The same type, but except not through childbirth, but through personality, to the mind, and to the brain. She's pointing to your mother and she says, don't forget the love that she is. She brought you forth. Sometimes you have tendency to forget it.
Mm.
Mm. You're close, she says, but sometimes you're so close that you're so far apart.
Mhm.
And you both forget one another.
Oh, yeah.
And she's coming for the mother. May I see you, mother, on the screen? I don't see you. Yes, she's amplifying. She's amplifying that. Are you French, madam?
Yeah, she is.
Est-ce que vous voulez que je préférez que je parle français?
She can't hear.
Can't hear very good. And
Oh, okay, sorry. So you're gonna translate for her. She's coming in with a proof that when she was a kid, she used to tap her at time, not beat her, but just push her and tap her. Would you tell her, ask her if she would understand that?
When you were small,
yeah.
she used to tap you all the time, like to encourage you.
Not beat her,
Your
just
mom.
I don't remember.
She don't remember too
She
much
doesn't remember very much.
anymore.
okay. Okay. But Rickie, if you want to go, please go.
I'm going to conclude with a message for you. Your father is in spirit, please.
Which one? Her or mine?
Which one?
Which one? I just hear a father. Your father.
My father?
Yes.
Yes.
Is in spirit.
Yes.
Yes. That is why this communication is taking place in here. You see? Okay. I'm just going to give a quick message from the mother. And the message is a very, very strong French accent where she's saying, I love you all, in a very strong French accent. I love you all. And I want you to all to stay connected, not to be separated from one another. I want you to stay connected. And as she's speaking, I'm sorry to continue here for a little bit, but the Father is coming in. Your father is coming in. And as your father is coming in, I'm feeling quite a bit of a, like all of a sudden my head became numb. Like, you understand? Like I don't feel my skull. My skull is very numb. Do you understand that, please? I need to hear your voice.
No, I don't know how he died.
You don't know how, because I'm just feeling, all right, that my head is completely became numb. I don't feel my head, none whatsoever at all. Did you have a connection with your father, please? Just say yes or no.
No.
You didn't have connection with your father. All right, so let's look quickly here. All right, because I am feeling the presence of your father, but I am feeling a distance with him. Mike, really quickly, do you feel anything with the father, please?
Well, I feel that the father had burdens, and back then this is what I feel. He had a lot of if you want mental state issue. He wasn't clear in his focus and his thoughts. He was going left and right. And it's absurd because a part of him wants to say, I apologize for being rude and insensitive. And he wishes to emphasize that he didn't always do all his chores as a manhood. and he wishes to apologize, and he wants to uplift this family that you're in, gather that there's a continuity after, for you not to forget. But also before heading there, you can also amplify yourself in your truth and be reunited more with yourself, kindle with yourself, because you're going to open your heart to your fullest. And through that process, you're going to make all that transition easier for you and everyone around you. It will not be a burden. It will be a pleasant moment. And I will leave it with that.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. His name is Jack or Jacob? Jacob.
No,
Okay. Okay. Thank you for working with us, the two of you.
thank you.
Thank you very much. Mike?
Yes. I have a woman over here. Her name is Karen. Does anyone has a Karen on the other side? The name might be wrong, but I have a woman over here. I don't see everybody on the screen. Okay. I have a beautiful personality. She's a light personality. And I feel that it's a grandma personality and grandma sensation. She comes with overwhelming thoughts of careness, but also consciousness. She's a mother that she used to mother, yes, she was a mother. She used to nourish her children a lot with food of thought, of contemplation. She would play games and sort out words. I can see papers, I could see write it down. She would put out words in order to manifest a glee, joy, laughter, but also distract and open your mindset to go further down. So she would be a person that had education in order to educate the child and also the little ones, which are the grandchildren, to go further. And she's pointing that education is extremely important for knowledge. And in this society, she knew that already, that if you have a diploma, if you have education, you will become someone, and it will be easier and faster for you in your journey. Does anyone understand a grandma that had education? Okay, I'm gonna go ask more questions.
My granny was a teacher.
She's talking about school. That's what I was gonna say. I just felt school right away. Who's talking?
Yeah.
Somebody's talking.
Oh, sorry, that was me.
Okay,
My granny was a teacher.
yeah, because I could feel school before you even said it. Would you understand that I see pictures of family around. Do you understand that? Like in the wall.
She did?
Yeah, but I can see them in the wall. She's showing me pictures around in the family members. It's a family gathering, and I see pictures of the family. Would you understand that when you were a kid, you would see pictures when you would walk around? Because
Yes.
I see frames of the family in the house, right? She's showing me the house, and I could feel that right beside the stairs, the pictures were there and in a hallway. Would you understand that?
It was a long time ago. I think so.
Okay, it's okay. She's putting emphasis on music. She would put music. I see Vivaldi. I see classic music in her house around. She would be an instructive person. She was really knowledgeable, and she would put this in order to bait the kids into a silent space. Would you understand that there was music around when she was present?
No, I don't understand that.
Would you understand that she loved music, and when she was alone, she used to play music? Because I can feel music. Okay, there we go. So I can feel the ambience and it's building up. And she says, finally, you're right. Let me go along. She used to carry a purse. She used to be a lady. She used to be a lady. She used to be like a Dutch lady. And when I say Dutch lady, it's a perception of mine, meaning she would be walk straight, her chest up, her shoulders straight, and she would be a lady, right?
Oh, yes.
She had this persona that she would scare all cats a mile away because she was so strong, her vibration, nothing would go towards her. People would walk on the other sidewalk not to face her because she was so strong. She was also scary at times.
She was strong and very upright, and I don't know about scary, but maybe to other people.
She would put men down just with her energy, just with her aura. You can feel my hands there, my fist. This is her strength. It's so incredible what I'm feeling right now, and it's overwhelming. And she's just coming in and she's putting the strength, and she says, don't forget Wait, before I go to the message, Ricky, you want to say something?
Actually, you can finish it. That's okay.
Okay. She's saying, don't forget the personality that you live in. You're living in a state, in an era that you have so much to learn still. Don't forget your books. Don't forget the music. She used to put music to open your mind. That was her philosophy, and it would work. Through that, she would go into books, into reading, into assessing, but also teaching and learning and giving by free will. She would give a lot free, a lot of knowledge. She would just give free, especially to children, because she saw the horror that was around her, all the lies and all the cheats, and she wanted everybody to have the best education. And she says, you're not poor-minded. Awaken yourself to another possibility that you can change and shift your mindset as you're thinking now, because sometimes you think in perspective of low, like, I don't have it all, I don't know how to do it, and you pity yourself at times. And she wants you to raise your vibration, but also get more information to instruct yourself and to move along. Would you understand that?
Yes, yes.
And she says, go along, girl. I taught you well. You know how to use it. And I will leave
Thank
you
you.
with that.
Yes,
She's a
thank you.
wonderful lady.
Yes, she was. She is. Yes,
Thank you very much.
thank you.
Very good.
What a strength.
I am hearing a song of Michael Jackson. I think it's Michael Jackson. And it's like, it's really loud. Is anyone here? And because I feel I want to go to someone who is listening to Michael Jackson or has a liking to Michael Jackson music. This is a connection. It's with Michael Jackson. Is anyone here who likes Michael Jackson, or someone is here? Because I'm just hearing Michael Jackson's song, which is really funny. Harbinder, you like Michael Jackson?
I like Michael Jackson too, but
You like Michael Jackson. Harbinder, you like Michael Jackson. All right, let me see who is here. Because now, would you understand? I am having a father here. I am having actually a whole family here. I'm having a father. I'm having a stepfather. I'm having a stepmother. I'm having a whole family in here, like a whole family gathering. And I feel that, Carl, I want to go to you, please. Carl, may I come to you, please? I can't hear you, darling. I can't hear you.
the mic, your mic is not working. Undo the headset. Yeah, that's it. No.
Can you hear me now?
Yes,
Yeah.
that's right. So Carl, I am feeling the whole ancestry is here for you. Mom, stepmom, stepdad, grandma, grandpa. And I'm also feeling that there would be someone that you might have called brother, but not brother, not related by blood. No relationship to blood, but a friend that you would have called, that you would have a good relationship with, and they're all in spirit here. Now you understand all these relatives in spirit, please. Stepmom, stepdad. Carol, I need to hear your voice.
Yeah, yes, it would probably be my adoptive family, the ones that adopted me.
Thank you, because they're all here standing, you know, like a family photo.
Yes.
And the one who is standing in here, it is your father. And I know I've given you a message a while back about father, but I don't remember any of it. But I'm just for everybody,
Okay.
for the integrity. I know I've given you a message from your father in the far past. So as your father is blending with me now, I am feeling I'm getting a little bit nauseated. I'm feeling my heart rhythm is changing. I know that I'm not doing well. Physically, I'm not feeling well. Like I'm going to collapse. I'm fainty. I'm weak. I'm lethargic. You understand that about your father, please?
Yeah, so he was very sick at the end.
Thank you. Thank you. This is how, because I am a past nurse. So they work on your references. They use the references because I'm very much feeling unwell. And I'm having a lot of pain here, but he's taking me to you. He wants to take me to you directly. He says, enough talking about me. You know all about me. I don't need to prove you that I'm alive because you know that I'm alive. You have been proven before, but he wants to talk to you, Carl. And he's saying, what happened to you? You have been walking the path that is not your path. The path in terms of movement and mental states and transition within your emotions. He's saying that there is a place within you that you are not moving. And he says, this is really hurt me. It bothers me. And he wants to take me to a time when you were a child and he was teaching you. It's like I'm seeing a tin box. He's showing me a tin box. And it feels to me that he wants to take that time when you were a child, younger years, and there's a tin box that he was showing you something with a tin box, something that you had to tinker and to use your mind how to figure it out.
Vaguely, but it was very difficult with him because he was there and supported us, but he didn't talk much. He spent his time in the bottle.
Correct. But there was this time that he taught you, he's trying to show me something that the two of you were tinkering with.
Okay. I don't recall offhand, but I understand what you're saying.
You understand so he wants you to go into that memory and to use it and to say, you got to tinker with your mind and to realize what it is that stops you from movement. Why, what it is that stops you from movement? Because he says you have a brilliant mind. Why have you stopped? So he's bringing this imagery of tinkering, something that you tinker at a younger age. It's nothing that would come to you immediately, but he wants you to go back to that memory because he's saying you have the ability to move from where you are now, not from the home, but within yourself, he's saying.
Right.
Within your emotion, he's saying, you have the ability to move forward. And he wants you to move forward, not to be stuck at this moment.
I am stuck. I don't know how to move forward.
That's what he's asking you. He's asking you. He says, when you open a watch, when there is a watch and you open a watch and it's got all these parts and you begin to tinker with the watch and one part stops working, everything else stops working. Nothing is working. If that simple watch, this little thing is not working, everything else stops working, he's saying. So he wants you to be attentive to that spirit that is within you, because that spirit that is within you that needs attention. Even though with the conditions of your life, he's saying, with whatever is happening within your life, he's saying, but there is opportunity for you to go inside and to untinker it, to fix that part in the watch that stopped clocking, that stopped working. And he's really asking you to do that. He says, I gave up the bottle a long time ago.
He drank till he died.
In spirit, I gave up
yes. Okay.
Long time ago, he's saying. Long time ago. So I'm going to leave him. And what is the 24th of February? There's a 24th. Do you understand the date 24th, please?
Doesn't ring a bell at the moment.
The 24th, please. 2 plus 4 is a 6. 2 plus 4 is a 6, so January or the 6th of the month.
I don't know.
No, not January. June 6th. June.
Oh, that's when he died, I think.
Okay, June. Sorry, it's I have dyslexia when it comes to number. I need to untinker myself. So right. June is the time that he died. Okay. Yeah. All right. Okay. Thank you very much. I'm going to leave him with you, and I'm going to Mike, your next communicator. I think we're not doing tandem now. We're just doing communication.
Well, I could see all the family was just wonderful.
Yes.
And there's a resemblance in your face. It's just overwhelming. It's just overwhelming. He's telling me something, the father. He says careness and lovingness. He says, do you understand that, sir?
Oh, sorry. Were you talking?
He doesn't want to leave. Father's there.
We're sorry. Were you talking to me still?
Yeah, yes. He's just saying two things there. No, it's okay. He's putting emphasis in careness and loveness. He says if you walk inside of yourself, but you're going to do it through nature. As you go outside, you're going to open yourself slowly, and it's going to put evidence so that you remember him, and you're going to smell him, and he's going to touch you, and you're also going to touch him in a special and specific way. They're preparing you for something, and I will leave you with that.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. It's wonderful.
Mike, do you have somebody there?
Yes, I have an aunt over here. And Avitan, she's a pretty tall and pretty big lady. She's putting emphasis that she's pointing. She's pointing. Um, yeah, she's showing me that she.
Sorry,
Sorry.
I'm hearing the song "Staying Alive." I don't know what they're totally working differently with me today. Yes,
Go with
sorry.
the song.
Staying alive, staying alive. This is the song, just like whoever is playing music here today.
Well, it's funny because the lady, she's cleaning clothes by hand. You know, like the other day, she's, you know, when you have wet clothes and you have to remove the water by hand. You know, she's like staying alive. It's so funny. And this lady, she's an aunt. She used to be a great aunt. She used to work in the woods, and they didn't have electricity, and they didn't have all the commodities that we have today. And she's putting emphasis that it was a hard time, it was a hard journey. She's not necessarily from this island, meaning not necessarily from Canada. I see that she's a lady that's from overseas. They used to take a boat back then in order to come over here. And this was the journey. She used to have little children with her, and she's talking about a dad, a granddad, which is probably maybe your father or your granddaddy. This is what I'm feeling, and it's actually the male presence that wants to come in, and I can feel a tall, robust man that used to work in the fields and used to pick crops in order to nourish his family. And it says they used to have a cabin, a chalet, where they used to grow up, and it's not a family heritage, but this is where they used to be. Does anybody has a great aunt or a grandfather on the other side that used to work in the fields?
My great,
See the lady downstairs there. Madam, do you want to unmute yourself because it's so overwhelming? I'm there. I'm here with them.
Maria, Pia Maria. Yeah.
my dad and his dad, they were all farmers. They all worked the fields.
But there's a lady, Donia Widden, that raised her hand. Madam Donia, can you please unmute, please?
Yes, my dad came from a farming family,
Yes.
and his grandparents came from Sweden.
Yeah, I'm with you. May I go on, please?
Please.
I was so happy when you raised your hand. I said, we got it. This person, this gentleman, wasn't always easy. He used to have a rough time with his journey. Would you understand?
I'm having trouble hearing you.
Give me a second. I'm gonna put the mic. I'm gonna go closer.
Crank it up to 11.
Is it okay now? Can you hear me?
That's better.
Okay. This gentleman used to have a rough time. It wasn't easy back in the days, right? It didn't have all the education, also the nourishment to fulfill all they want. Sometimes they had empty stomachs because they did not have all the food and all the nourishment. And they used to transmit this to the children to be puny, take care of everything. So in your family, if you would notice, if it may be your mother or your father, but even your grandfather sides, it was all about needness. They wouldn't spend money on anything. They would take care of the money. They would have cans. They would prepare, and they wouldn't eat a lot. They would all be, everything would be settled. Would you understand that? He's showing you everything was neat. It was incredible. It was rationed. The children was rationed. There was no obesity in the family. Would you understand that?
Not until my generation.
Exactly. So I'm there with you again. And he's a formal person, a formal character, and he's coming in with a wave of infusing energy because he wants to infuse your thoughts. He wants to change your mindset in a certain way. He knows he cannot do it, but he wants to. He's coming in order to prepare you to shift your mindset. He says you're bored at this time. You don't necessarily know what you do and how to perceive your reality or your outcome because you're figuring out what am I going to do? What am I going to do? You understand that?
I do.
It's roaming over here. It says, don't panic. There's no need to panic. This COVID thing is going to settle down. You're going to breathe. You're going to go out. You're gonna go out this summer, you're gonna move, and everything's gonna unfold itself. You're a bird lady. If you go outside, you hear sounds amazingly. You can spot them in the tree, even if there's full of branches, you're gonna see them. It's and the song, eventually the signals, you will understand, it will bring joy and music to your mind and to your brain. And this is how they're gonna start to blend and infuse new vibration towards you. Do you understand that?
I think so.
Because you're a music lady. If you go into nature, you can hear all the sounds of the animals and everything. It's natural for you. That's how they're gonna. That's the signals. When you're gonna hear the hummingbirds and the birds, pay attention. They're coming through with thoughts, and it's gonna shift you. It doesn't want to tell me what it is because you're not there yet. But once you get there, you're gonna get it, and eventually you'll come back and you explain to us what it is that you figured out. That would be nice.
All right.
And I will leave you with that, okay? It's a vague thing, but it's an important thing. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I'm just wondering, Mike, Donya, is there any connection to your family and military, please?
Oh, yes. Both my parents were in the Army.
Yeah, because they're marching down. They're marching down in uniform. And as Mike's speaking, they just hear. And I can't tell if it's a blue uniform, navy or grill, navy or... Would you understand a blue uniform?
No, olive drab.
Okay, whichever. So yeah, okay, sweet.
Well, I had an uncle in the Air Force. He wore a blue uniform.
Yeah, you've got the whole family here. I mean, the military just marching down as Michael was speaking. And I know we're at the end of the evening today, but they want to tell you that all of these people that are marching down the aisle, that there is a lot of pride in the family and a lot of pride in what they did to serve their country. And they want to come and tell you that you have done a lot of service in your life. You have helped others. You did good things for other people. And now it's time to take pride. It's time for you to take pride in all that you did for others. You understand that, please?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think I did quite as much as people who served in World War II, but
of course we can compare that. But they want you to recognize and give credit to yourself. Give credit to yourself. We do not need to hold the guns and we do not need to wear the uniform to take credit. But there are those little heroes within our life that with words, with kindness, with giving a baking, a food to someone, that can make a difference in someone's life beyond words. So I leave you with this family love. And thank you very much, Mike, for working together in this wonderful demonstration that you have demonstrated. Thank you very much.
Thank you both very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mike and Rickie, for this beautiful demonstration. And thank you, everybody, for playing along. So we're on time. It's a little bit over 8:30. I want to conclude with a closing prayer. I love it if Mike would do it. Mike, are you up for the closing prayer?
Yes, of course.
Okay.
Oh, my beloved God, thank you and bless you for all these bringings of the family and teachings to us, the medium, but also the people that receive the message and the ones that are listening, to open our eyes that you came and touch us in a special way, in a unique way, everyone in this gathering. And I thank you so much. Till next time. And may everyone have a beautiful week. Amen.
Amen. So have a great evening, everyone. Have a great week coming up. Enjoy the weather and see you at our next program. Bye, everybody.
Coming, everybody.
Thank you. Bye. Have a good week.
Thank you, everybody.
I like the cat, the beautiful cat.
It's so good to see everybody.